Story of Prophet Balaam. Numbers 22:1-4. The Israelites camped in the plains of Moab, across the Jordan from Jericho, after defeating the Amorites and King Og of Bashan. When Balak son of Zippor, the king of Moab, saw what Israel had done to the Amorites, he became greatly afraid. Moab was terrified because Israel was numerous, and they dreaded what might come next. Balak said to the elders of Midian that this horde would now lick up everything around them, like an ox licks up the grass of the field. Numbers 22:5-6. To stop the Israelites, Balak sent messengers to Balaam son of Beor at Pethor, near the Euphrates River, in the land of his people. He asked Balaam to come and curse Israel, saying, "A people has come out of Egypt, they cover the face of the land and have settled next to me. Come now, put a curse on them for me, because they are too powerful for me. Perhaps then I will be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that whoever you bless is blessed, and whoever you curse is cursed." Numbers 22:7-8. The elders of Moab and Midian took with them the fee for divination and went to Balaam. When they gave him Balak's message, Balaam told them to stay the night, and he would report to them whatever the Lord told him. So the Moabite officials stayed with him. Numbers 22:9-12. That night, God came to Balaam and asked who the men were with him. Balaam explained they were from Balak, the king of Moab, who wanted him to curse the people who came out of Egypt. But God said to Balaam, "Do not go with them. You must not put a curse on those people, because they are blessed." Numbers 22:13-14. The next morning, Balaam told Balak's officials to go back to their own country because the Lord had refused to let him go with them. So the Moabite officials returned to Balak and said, "Balaam refused to come with us." Numbers 22:15-17. Balak then sent other officials, more numerous and more distinguished than the first. They came to Balaam and said, "This is what Balak says, do not let anything keep you from coming to me, because I will reward you handsomely and do whatever you say. Come and put a curse on these people for me." Numbers 22:18-19. But Balaam answered, "Even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace, I could not do anything great or small to go beyond the command of the Lord my God. Now spend the night here so that I can find out what else the Lord will tell me." Numbers 22:20-21. That night God came to Balaam and said, "Since these men have come to summon you, go with them, but do only what I tell you." Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the Moabite officials. Numbers 22:22-27. But God was angry because Balaam went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. Balaam was riding his donkey, accompanied by 2 servants. When the donkey saw the angel standing in the road with a drawn sword, she turned off the road into a field. Balaam beat her to get her back on the road. The angel then stood in a narrow path between 2 vineyards, with walls on both sides. When the donkey saw the angel again, she pressed close to the wall, crushing Balaam's foot. He beat her again. The angel moved ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn. The donkey saw the angel and lay down under Balaam, and Balaam was furious and beat her with his staff. Numbers 22:28-30. Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you to make you beat me these 3 times? Balaam answered, "You have made a fool of me. If only I had a sword in my hand, I would kill you right now." But the donkey replied, "Am I not your own donkey, which you have always ridden? Have I ever done this before?" Balaam admitted, "No." Numbers 22:31-35. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with his sword drawn. Balaam bowed low and fell face down. The angel asked, "Why have you beaten your donkey?" "I have come here to oppose you because your path is reckless before me. The donkey saw me and turned away. If she had not, I would have killed you but spared her." Balaam said he had sinned and offered to turn back. But the angel told him to continue, but to speak only what God told him. Numbers 22:36-41. Balak came out to meet Balaam and asked why he delayed. Balaam replied the sheep and brought Balaam to Bamoth Baal, from where they could see part of the Israelites he had come, but could only say what God put in his mouth. Balak sacrificed cattle and Numbers 23:1-12. Balaam told Balak to build 7 altars and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams. Balaam offered sacrifices on each altar. God met Balaam and put a message in his mouth. Balaam returned and declared his first oracle. How can I curse those whom God has not cursed? How can I denounce those whom the Lord has not denounced? Balak was angry, but Balaam said, Must I not speak what the Lord puts in my mouth? Numbers 23:13-26. Balak brought Balaam to another location, the field of Zophim, atop Pisgah, hoping he would curse Israel from there. They repeated the sacrifice. Balaam received another message from God and delivered his second oracle. God is not a man that he should lie. No misfortune is seen in Jacob, no misery observed in Israel. The Lord their God is with them. Balak responded angrily, but Balaam said again he could only speak what the Lord told him. Numbers 23:27, 24:9. Balak tried a third time and brought Balaam to Peor overlooking the wasteland. After the sacrifices, Balaam didn't seek omens this time but saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel. The Spirit of God came on him, and he gave his third oracle, praising Israel's beauty and strength. He said, Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed are those who curse you. Numbers 24:10-14. Balak was furious and told Balaam to leave without reward. Balaam replied, Did I not tell your messengers I could only do what the Lord commands? He added, Now I am going to my people, but come, let me warn you what this people will do to yours in days to come. Numbers 24:15-24. Balaam gave a final prophecy. A star will come out of Jacob, a scepter will rise out of Israel. He foretold the defeat of Moab, Edom, Amalek, and others. These visions prophesied Israel's future victories and God's judgment on the nations. Numbers 25:1-3, 6-9, Numbers 31:8, 16. Though Balaam left, he later advised Balak to entice Israel into sin. The Israelites began to indulge in sexual immorality with Moabite women, who invited them to sacrifices to their gods. Israel joined in worshipping Baal of Peor, provoking the Lord's anger. Said a plague killed 24,000 Israelites. Balaam's role in this seduction is revealed later when Israel made war on Midian. Balaam was killed along with the Midianite kings. Moses. They were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and enticed the Israelites to be unfaithful. Deuteronomy 23:4-5. Moses later reminded Israel that Balaam was hired to curse them, but the Lord turned the curse into a blessing because he loved Israel. Joshua 13:22. Balaam son of Beor, who practiced divination, was killed by the Israelites with the sword when they struck down the Midianite kings. Joshua 24:9-10. Joshua recounted that Balak hired Balaam to curse Israel, but God would not listen. Instead, he blessed Israel again and again. Nehemiah 13:2. Nehemiah also remembered how Balak hired Balaam to curse the Israelites, but God turned the curse into a blessing. Micah 6:5. The prophet Micah recalled the story and told Israel to remember what Balaam answered Balak, that they might know the righteousness of the Lord. 2 Peter 2:15-16, Jude 1:11, Revelation 2:14. In the New Testament, Balaam is remembered as a warning. Peter said Balaam loved the wages of wickedness but was rebuked by his donkey. Jude compared corrupt people to Balaam, who rushed into profit-driven error. Revelation reveals that Balaam taught Balak to entice the Israelites to sin, eating food sacrificed to idols and committing sexual immorality.